bowling, a sport played by nearly 70 million people around the world. At the professional level, winning is the essence of this sport. The $100,000 bowling shootout is a history-making, money-making competition unparalleled in the bowling world. Those who reach the top handle the pressure and refine their talents. And Earl Anthony, Mark Roth, Marshall Holman, and Lisa Wagner are here for the action. Welcome to the Brunswick Lanes, Muskegon, Michigan, and the Shootout. We're happy to have you on hand for this very special event. And hello, everybody. Jay Randolph, along with a fellow who has handled both the men's and women's tour professionally, of course, Denny Schreiner. Denny, good to have you with me, and boy, we're looking forward to this. Four tremendous players, Jay. All four players know how to strike under pressure. They've all had phenomenal years here in 1988. Should be a great show. Let's tell you about how the shootout works. Well, the beauty of this event, Jay, is the fact that it's two-tie, all-tie. In other words, if two players would strike in any frame, spare in any frame, or have the same count on opens in any frame, that money would carry over to the next frame. And then, of course, if we get down to the very end with all the money on top and nobody wins in the 10th, it's a sudden death roll-off. Just one ball, and keep in mind that somebody's going to have to throw a strike to collect the big payday. And we'll tell you that this is the way the money is going to be set up in this competition. The first frame for 1,000, and we move to 2 in the second, 3 in the third, 4 in the fourth. We go to 5,000 in the fifth frame. They'll also bowl for 5,000 in the sixth and seventh, and then it gets very interesting. And, of course, the attention span will be focused in. Look at that, 10,000, 15, perhaps $50,000 in the 10th. But, Jay, if they're carrying over that money, could be more than that. 75,000 in the last 3 frames there. Also, we're playing a game within a game for the most strikes. A 16-foot Sea Ray 160, and it's a bow rider designed to meet or exceed the highest quality and safety standards. And boy, what a beautiful boat. You can carry the money around in that boat and have a lot of fun. So I think what we can say is that we want you to stay with us. There's going to be action aplenty, and let's introduce you now to these 4 brilliant bowlers. The legendary left-hander Earl Anthony, 42 career PBA victories. And Mark Roth at age 37 from New Jersey these days by way of Brooklyn with 33 career PBA wins. Marshall Holman, the man from Medford, Oregon at age 34. He's won 21 times on tour. And here's our lady, the lovely Lisa Wagner, now out of Palmetto, Florida, 21 career LPBT victories. And right now, Lisa is with Denny. All right, Jane, perhaps a bigger story even than her play here this evening, the fact that she was involved in an auto accident a couple of weeks ago. Your sliding foot is banged up a little bit. What's it feel like?
I can feel a couple of twinges here and there on my first step and on my slide, but other than that, not too bad.
All right, throughout the country the last couple of weeks, all sorts of fans asking you about can men and women compete equally in bowling, and your thoughts about that?
Well, my thoughts are I think we can compete equally, especially here in one game, definitely in one game. But you know what? I have 3 against 1. Look at this crew over here. That seems a little bit unfair.
Well, I think, Jay, I think you're standing there with the 3 gentlemen. There's time for retort. Is it 3 against 1? Now, come on.
I don't look at it as 3 against 1. I look against 1 against 3. You know, we're all here. We're all here by ourselves, and you know, everybody's gunning for that big money. It's going to be a lot of fun.
You're not scared, Marshall.
Not yet. Ask me in the 9th or 10th.
Earl, how about you? You've been down this road before, but not quite in this kind of format for this kind of money.
No, I really don't need to bowl against this much talent, Jay. I'd much rather go home and bowl a mixed league with my wife. But I've never thrown one ball for 50,000, much less 100,000. So I think we're all a little nervous.
Some fella here in Muskegon asked this fella, Mark Roth, if $100,000 really meant anything to him. And what did you say? Yes, sirree.
Yes, I did. Also said if I don't bowl well, I won't be in a good frame of mind to talk. So,
well, I hope we don't have a long fill then.
Definitely not.
All right, let's introduce Johnny Petraglia, president-elect of the PBA. And Johnny, you have the straws, as we will draw straws to see who bowls first, second, third, and fourth. And Lisa, our lady, you're first. The longest straw, that doesn't look very long, bowls first. And Mark has done rather well. Marshall and Earl. It looks to me, let's match it up. Roth goes first. Anthony goes second. Holman goes third. And Lisa brings up the rear. And I would remind everybody that Mark is bowling number 1 in frame 1. That means that you would be bowling last in frame 10.
I know that, and just hopefully I'll be able to throw a good shot.
All right, here we go. Here's the order of play as we get set to start the bowling shootout here in Muskegon, Michigan. Mark Roth to begin.
You got that.
The first frame for $1,000. For years, he's been a premier striker in the clutch on the tour. It doesn't surprise me, but
I noticed you're all pulling for me all the time. Got 2 friends in a hurry.
that's right.
When you talked to me a minute ago. I gotta shoot that, don't I? I haven't shot a spare yet.
Pretty odd, 78 out of 100.
Yeah, let's get him. Sorry, Mark.
I still have to throw it, though.
Or I'll be your friend later.
Getting a lot of gamesmanship early on. I wonder if we'll have that later.
A lot of fun in the opening couple of frames, but interesting note here that Roth, Anthony, and Lisa Wagner, at least Anthony and Wagner, are actually rooting for Marshall Holman. That's kind of hard to believe.
All right, coming down. Even a little short. Well, it comes down to Lisa Wagner.
Of course, the key here, Jay, is it's 2-tie, all-tie. If Lisa strikes, that money is carried over into frame number 2. If she doesn't strike,
Oh, Lisa.
well, those 3 players are going to be in it.
Lisa.
Don't be impressed.
Look at Roth. What a year this young lady has had.
Yes.
And Roth is the first man to cash. $1,000 for Roth in the opening frame.
Hanukkah. Boy, Roth, you're the luckiest guy.
It's Hanukkah. It's Hanukkah. It's a Jewish holiday. You guys gave me a gift.
You got your share, that's it.
Roth picking up 1,000. Here's Anthony. $2,000 in this second frame, and Anthony puts the pressure on the other 3.
Well, the Doomsday stroking machine, Jay, didn't expect him to wait too long before he started to strike. Wouldn't surprise me here if the Medford Meteor X's quickly and starts to make things carry over.
Two-tie, all-tie. Marshall having some fun.
You can do that when Roth is bowling.
I'll use my double smart right away, leaving me.
Danny, they keep bowling here. Of course, we've got the two-tie, all-tie, but we do have the Match within a match, the bowlers vying for the most strikes and that prize of that 16-foot Sea Ray, beautiful boat from Brunswick.
Boy, if that was a pocket, I'd be doing pretty good, wouldn't I?
Well, that's a fabulous extra prize. You mentioned the game within the game. What I want to see is Mark Roth water skiing behind that boat.
Wait a sec. What's it doing with the water skiing? Can't swim.
Good, hang on.
We'll be playing in Game 3 for $5,000.
Wow.
What you eating, Dave?
Nothing, honey.
Oh, you can tell me.
Kellogg's Nut and Honey Crunch.
Looks good, Rabbit. What is it?
Nothing, honey.
Kellogg's Nut and Honey Crunch.
When you've got the special taste of nuts and honey all wrapped up in a hearty crunch, what more can you say? Here's what new Nut and Honey Crunch biscuits. Crunchy biscuits of wholesome shredded wheat with that special nut and honey taste inside.
Wow.
Kellogg's Nut and Honey
Now in biscuits, too.
Crunch.
Ain't no change in the weather. Ain't no change in the rain. I don't ask for too much, mama. Don't take too much, please. I'm just heading for the mountain. I'm just looking for a bird.
Folks, please. We can't turn in a verdict while there's still a reasonable doubt.
Bob Swan has a dry shirt, but that doesn't mean he smells good. Because underarm odor isn't visible, he needs Sure Solid, our most effective wetness and odor formula yet. So, Bob, why come to court with a dry shirt and a false sense of security? Tomorrow, get the total protection of today's Sure.
You were right.
And be just as sure about odor as you are about wetness.
Thanks.
We move to frame 3 in the bowling shootout. Marshall Holman, 5,000 up for grabs. All right, Holman. And he's pumped up.
Come on, Lisa. Now's the time to get started, kids. Right here.
We're real far in a minute ago, were you?
Tough break. She made a good adjustment.
Yep, having to move a touch.
One down.
The interesting thing about this, though, too, Jay, is the fact that the players are only bowling on one lane as compared
You're
to
playing against me now.
a pair, and so it should be a little easier for them to get lined up. You see the soft 10 that time, a little help from the hit that didn't quite get there. So up to Mark Roth here at this point.
Come on, Mark. Do something right. Do something right, will you?
He needs the strike to tie. All right. So we have 2 tying in frame 3. When we go into this 4th frame, we'll be going for 9,000. Earl Anthony now. Remember, strikes are important. We have that beautiful 16-foot Sea Ray boat.
I never did like this game.
There's only one more events than anybody.
Thanks, Blake.
Absolute flush hit here, and solid 10. Bad break for Mr. Anthony. But luckily, Mark Roth struck, so there's a carry.
He had a tugboat playing the best of
Into the fourth we go.
And now she's first up. You know she's going to strike here, right?
9,000 the figure now. And
Twice in about 40 tries.
Lisa begins. There are results from frame 3. The strikes for Roth and Holman tying things up. Another 2.
Help me, guys.
Help.
Help me.
Go for it boldly.
High and through the nose there for Lisa. Let's see what happens here on the split conversion.
Make it.
Nice try, Lisa.
Good try. Was a good try.
Good effort, but now she's got to hope, Jay, that a couple of these other players tie, so that money carries over. $9,000 riding right now. That's music to Mark Roth's ears.
And Roth has been our only casher up to now. He won 1,000 in frame 1.
Come on.
Of course, Roth can take the lead with a spare. With, of course, Holman and Anthony still to come.
Maybe a little too juiced up on the shot right through the nose. Of course, Mark rather had gone strike in the first 3 frames. So he's the only player to do that so far.
Uh-oh, but he got it. So at the moment, he has the lead in this frame for 9,000.
Excellent first report, definitely.
Nobody's phone.
Who loves you, baby?
Who loves you?
Kojak.
Go, Earl.
Come on, ball.
Oh, tough break there. Looked very good. And now, Holman, of course, will have the opportunity with the strike to take it all down. Look at Marshall. He's counting up to 9, Marshall. That's right, 9. Anthony needs to spare to tie. He gets that. So, here is the first really pressurized moment in this unique format.
Solid 10, week 7.
Amazing. I hope 9 is my lucky number.
Strike wins 9,000. Well, we will be going to the 5th frame as we have 2 tie, all tie. We'll be going for $14,000 in the 5th frame. Hope you're enjoying the shootout.
Mark. Hey, Mark. I see you got one of those rhinos. Next thing you know, he's going to tell us it's got horns.
Unleash your game. Roll a rhino. The Rhino. From Brunswick. A urethane ball designed for professional and high performance ball. No, bring 'em.
Got the fever, got the fever. No, bring 'em. Got the fever, got the fever. Got the fever, bring 'em. Fever. We got the fever for the tiger on the rainbow. Little girl just clean out now.
sticky film on you. But Zest is not soap. So Zest rinses clean away. Leaves no sticky film like soap does.
Zest, fully clean. You're not fully clean unless you Zest fully clean.
Relive the greatest moments of the World Professional Figure Skating Championships.
With Scott Hamilton,
Kitty and Peter Carruthers,
Robin Cousins,
the Protopopoffs,
and Dorothy Hamill.
a Christmas Day special for the entire family.
With season's greetings from NBC Sports.
Roth is getting set to lead off in the fifth. He leads in the strike count after 4 frames with 3, followed by Holman and Anthony. And now here is Mark up in the fifth as we bowl for $14,000.
Ball just exploded. You're looking at the premier striker on the PBA Tour, Mark Roth, and for $14,000, he was right there.
I'll leave a 10 or 7 on that.
Come on, Earl. Oh, boy, Earl's had some tough luck.
I was kind of happy with that.
In the pocket, but just can't get the strikes.
It's a small carry part.
Holman. Trying to tie with a strike. Mark Roth.
Come on, March.
There it is. And that means we're going to go into the 6th frame for $19,000 as Holman came through. This, of course, has to bowl because of our strike competition.
So it wasn't a thing of beauty. Pardon me. At least I adjusted.
Light one time. Marshall and Mark doubles partners, but Marshall snapped him off there, Jay.
Come on. She comes up short.
I think I can eliminate that ball. Eliminate that ball right away.
Just went for it. After frame 5, Mark Roth with the strike, Holman with the strike, and frame 6 will be for $19,000.
Correct. Need some pins here, partner.
Well, Denny, now it begins to get very interesting.
I don't think there's any question about that. The players have made their adjustments. Lisa Wagner's struggling a little bit on that lane. She's going to change balls after that last shot. She's yet to throw a strike. Mark with 4 strikes in 5 frames. Marshall's lined up. Earl's hitting the pocket. He just can't carry, but look for him down the stretch.
If you're just joining us, it's the bowling shootout, $100,000. Roth has won $1,000, and we're about to go for 19. And Anthony has problems again.
Well.
I got to shoot this.
You're just as anxious as I am.
I think they're not getting a little bit in a hurry.
All right, Marshall, just wait your turn, would you? I'm in a hurry.
Now it's your turn.
A spare for Anthony as we are in the 6th. Back play now? Yes, you're just joining us. Sorry. 2 tie, all tie.
Take a shot at it, Mark.
Yeah. Go into overtime. 1 ball, strikes count. 4 of the greats of the bowling world on hand for this one. Hope you're enjoying it at home.
up short. Of course, he's got to shoot the spare because Anthony has the spare.
I'm so glad I get to shoot this.
And the 2, 4, 8, 10, and of course, Marshall Holman makes this normally about 9 times out of 10, right, Marshall?
Earl can make this.
A designated spare shooter? He gave it a go. Well, it's amazing the players were striking just moments ago, Jay, but now for $19,000, the complexion changes. Marshall with an 8 count there didn't make much difference because right now a spare is the key to the first 2 players in that frame. Anderson needs a spare to tie, and a strike to really put the pressure on. Oh my, 7-10 split.
Big story here, Earl.
Yeah, all of a sudden that spare for Earl Anthony may mean $19,000. I think the key now is, does Mark Roth play conservative and just try and hit the pocket and spare to continue? When did you ever know Roth to play conservative? Well, if he strikes, he wins $19,000. So, Anthony with the spare is the leader for the $19,000. Here comes Roth, the only casher so far. He got $1,000 back in frame 1. Takes down 19,000, a total of 20 G's so far. Career PBA titles, and this is why you strike in the clutch. Perfect shot, little kiss of the 6 there. The 10 is out, and Roth now is $20,000 richer. He's the only player thus far to have made any money. This crowd applauding for Mark Roth. Roth with the only strike, picking up the 19,000, a total of 20 for him. We're moving now into the 7th frame, and we're back to 5,000. Ross says I won 20,000 already. Holman takes the lead for 5,000 with a strike in the 7th. Now Roth, Anthony, waiting for Wagner. Little wide angle shot here. Look at that 10 feet. The last of all. All right, Lisa, it's about time for an X here.
I hope so, Benny.
All right, come on now. Just think positive. And we will be playing the 8th frame for 15,000. As the others have to shoot here. Just ask and ye shall receive.
Marshall there all that money.
Yeah, it's March. Roth leading in the strike count and with all the dough. He really attacks. Way high on the Brooklyn side. Is that a throwaway shot there, Mr. Roth?
Sure, it doesn't make any difference.
I know when to tug it.
What a hot dog.
Look at this profile. So many years. Good extension on the ball. A little bit too much hit. This time it's through the nose. But as Earl Anthony so aptly stated, it didn't really mean anything because Wagner and Holman had already struck.
The two tie, Holman and Wagner. And we will be moving to the 8th frame to bowl for $15,000 when we come back to Muskegon.
Do you know what it's like to walk out onto the fresh-cut grass at Yankee Stadium one before the game? Now you do. Adidas Aftershave Cologne. The essence of sports.
The new Remington Microscreen Ultimate with the exclusive beard lifter stretches the skin and lifts whiskers other shavers leave behind. The new Remington Microscreen Ultimate shaves as close to the blade and closer than any other electric shaver or your money back.
At times like this, now you can choose this. New Maximum Strength Pepto-Bismol. Now there's twice the medicine, twice the Pepto.
It's all about safety out here. Testing the features we build in to keep drivers out of trouble. High-speed handling, maneuverability, anti-lock braking means a lot out on the road. After all, somebody's family is going to be driving this car. Maybe even mine.
GM cars have been rated best American-built cars by the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety for 11 years in a row.
Some guys, they have it all. Some guys are just too big. Some guys, they have a ball. Some guys get left out in the rain.
Don't wait for something good to happen. Make it happen with the clean, masculine scent of English leather cologne.
Some guys have what others want. Some guys have it all.
English leather. Some guys have it all.
We move into the 8th frame. Lisa Wagner to start it off. $15,000. The bowling shootout.
Good shot.
Better than that.
That's a good shot.
A little fast 8 that time, Jay. Excellent shot. Ball just reacted a little bit at the end. You see it?
At least 9.
Good shot.
I'll give you 9.
Yep.
The wiggle.
They're rooting for 9 to wiggle here. Lisa with the spare.
That was one I did here.
That's right. Especially with Roth having
That's right. Roth, the second bowler to earn over $1 million on tour. The Brunswick Lanes, Muskegon, Michigan. Five strikes for Roth in 7 frames. Had it on the Brookman side and didn't get it.
Try my side. Well, I hate it when that happens. I can't strike over there.
I grew up there. I figured it was a shot.
Right. Mark Roth going to the Joe Berardi School of Bowling there. Roth with the spare, tying Wagner. So at the moment, of course, they are tied. But a strike gets the $15,000 if either Holman or Anthony can get the job done.
Second, Johnny first, and Berardi moved to Brooklyn.
Right.
Hey, who cares?
Kind of all. But the key now is Anthony, the big dog's getting ready to hunt, Mark. Just about right at this
You guys
stage.
done talking yet?
Yeah, anytime you're ready, Earl.
All right.
So close.
I don't want to shoot it.
Can't believe it.
Well, Earl's still searching on the lane. That one through the nose.
So, pray tell, what's this worth?
This is worth $15,000, Marshall. That's about the weekly rate for you on the tour.
Check things out.
Holman with a chance to break into the money. 4 strikes and 7 frames.
$15,000.
The Medford Meteor reacting that time to the big shots. A sigh of relief there, Marshall.
9th frame, worth $15,000 as Holman takes down the money in frame 8. Here's the strike count. Roth and Holman tied at 5 for that Sea Ray.
What are you trying to do? What are you doing there?
Roth looking over at Chuck Pisano, coordinator, who apparently started some applause when Mark didn't think he should.
There you see Commissioner Pisano waving. The triumvirate over there, John Petraglia and Al Myers.
Here for the 15,000 in number 9.
Come on, Anthony. Some 13-inch print.
Near Timberland town.
Send it out. Don't get that. Can I just shoot that, and if I make it, we tie? No. That's easier than strike. Go on, that.
Roth is 120,000. Holman 15,000. This 9th frame for 15,000. Roth already with a strike.
Come on, Mark.
Two-tie, all-tie. We'll bowl the 10th for $65,000.
Well, Jay, it's going to get very interesting now.
And Roth and Holman now tied for that. Both worth better than 20,000.
Time for Lisa to get lined up on this shot.
So, when we come back to the bowling shootout, it'll be the 10th frame and $65,000.
Oh, look at me back in the 60s, working up a sweat. Oh, and that's how I used to pump iron. Not today. Today we're exercising more and eating less red meat. But red meat is a great source of iron.
Only Kellogg's Bran Flakes has high fiber and 100% of the iron recommended today.
So now I pump a little iron outside and inside. Yeah, I haven't felt this good since I burned that bathing suit.
Kellogg's Bran Flakes.
As long as I know it, Tom. I need help. He's there. Sure, I'm glad to see you. Same with you. Figured you wouldn't mind.
When the last phrase rounded up, you head for the mountains. And the beer that goes down smooth as an mountain stream.
Sure are you one.
How about this here? Head for the mountains of Bush beer.
If you're all
shampoo and conditioner? Get it together. In just one step, get your hair clean, more manageable.
There's one that does those work, those two.
For control you can't get from shampoo alone.
What's in gold?
Shampoo plus conditioner in one.
First plus.
We're here in Muskegon, and we come to the 10th frame. And up to now, you see Mark Roth has won $20,000, Marshall Holman $15,000, Anthony and Lisa Wagner shut out on the cash. And we take an opportunity to look down there at this foursome, and as we show you the strike count, Roth and Holman are tied up for that $20,000 C-Ray. And we are certainly looking forward to what is about to come. You'll split him with a rowboat?
Give us 2 rowboats.
Cut the boat in half. Well, we'll see what happens. Let's get to the action. 10th frame, Earl Anthony to lead it off, $65,000.
Now hook.
Oh, my, he's had some tough breaks. He really has.
Well, you heard him, Jay. Ask it to hook. He threw an excellent shot, made a beautiful adjustment, and once again, just tough luck. The 5-pin goes dead right, and just doesn't quite ever get to the 10. It's time to spare up, though, for $65,000. The spare could win, Jay.
Anthony with the spare to start it off. Here is Holman, who picked up $15,000 back in the air. $65,000. Shot. Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! Thought it was going to be a little short.
Holman with a little extra juice, Jay, gets the ball to react, and he strikes when all the money is on the line. Boy, Marshall Holman at his best right now, saving the best for last. Oh, yeah.
Good luck, everybody.
Yes, Mr. Congeniality, Marshall Holman.
Lisa struck, of course, in the ninth.
That's fine.
Mark, buddy.
Right?
Buddy.
I'll try my best.
Denny, it comes down to this man.
Well, I will tell you this, Jay, if there's one player that can throw a strike for $65,000, it's Mark Roth. Then look for this one to be more the frozen rope style. He's not going to play around with this. It's time to hit the pocket and see what happens.
If he strikes, we will go to sudden death with all 4 players. 1 ball, strikes only in the sudden death.
Roth just snatching $65,000 away from Holman.
Oh, what did I tell you? That's his doubles partner, Jay. But it doesn't make any difference. Roth, a great individual talent through the years, has time and time again been pressed.
That's all right.
And he comes up big in the clutch situation. Here's the sudden death order. Now, the difference between sudden death and the first 10 frames, we're down to just 1 ball per frame now, Jay.
What the heck? That was just, let's see, 65 for the strike.
20 for the vote.
What the heck? What the heck? What about that deal we made, Roth? Great shot.
Thank you.
Continues to apply the pressure.
beauty of this situation, Jay, is that he's also leading off. He gets to put the pressure on the other players, and he's done that. Marshall Holman with the strike.
Earl's asking if he can still win the vote. The answer is no.
Earl, it's a slow boat to China.
Lisa Wagner.
The others bowl because of our battle for the vote.
All the players across the country have been asking, can Lisa Wagner respond under pressure? This one's for 65 G's. You don't throw it any better than that. Look at that beautiful smile.
Boy, did that make a quick turn.
Fans here enjoying the action, Jay. This is for 65,000 big ones. You see the pros responding to the pressure.
In the 11th, as Earl Anthony looks skyward and says, thank you very much. There they go with 4 in the 11th.
Well, better late than never, Earl Anthony says. Where has it been all these years? 65,000, and Earl, you're breathing a little easier now.
Is he breathing?
Okay, Lisa.
All right.
A little confused as to who is up. It is Lisa. We're in the 12th.
All right.
Sudden death, or as an old friend Kurt Gowdy would say, sudden victory, too. So we'll see what happens. $65,000.
Some of the women in the audience standing and applauding.
Well, you don't win 6 titles in 1 year, Jay, without being able to throw the clutch shots. And obviously she's responding right now, and she's won $100,000 this year. She's able to win $65,000 tonight.
Now, my buddy, she has been shut out.
We win the vote.
As has Anthony. Roth has won $20,000, Holman 15.
That's a chance!
He did have a chance, but he didn't get the job done.
I think Ken's having a spaz attack. I'm not sure. How you doing, Ken?
A reference to Lisa's husband. He's here with her from down in Florida.
One time, Earl. Come on,
They're rooting for Anthony now.
Go big double.
Look at those stats for Lisa Wagner. With a tremendous talent. 250 average.
That'll be a first for both of you.
Now the stage is set for Anthony. 24-game match play record. Lisa with a better average.
Come on, guys.
Earl that time, Jay, giving it a little more room and leaving the bucket.
That's right.
And,
Last time he got the strike. Take a look at Ken's.
Is that the last strike?
He doesn't strike it.
Here's the action as Lisa reacts to the ball thrown by Earl Anthony. Now it is up to Holman and for Roth.
No, Marshall has thrown a shot for $50,000 en route to winning the Firestone. But the key now, he's got to strike to keep the $65,000 alive.
I know. I understand. Thank you. You know, if you hadn't told me. Come on, Mark. Where are you, Mark? All right, Earl. Mark. Marshall.
Yeah.
Carry.
Going to frame 13, and everybody's still alive for the $65,000.
Here's the problem.
Step cologne, easy to wear, hard to resist. And for that great smelling guy who started my car, I get off at 6.
The product, the proving grounds, the results. STP gas treatment is the edge. It's a Radio Shack Merry Christmas.
This Christmas, I gave the grandkids Radio Shack radio-controlled cars. Bobby's Golden Arrow has racing suspension and speed to burn up the tank. Kim's Turbo Wing Buggy has big tires and a crash-absorbing front bumper. And little Teddy revs up his Turbo Lamborghini.
Grandpa, there's dirt on my wheels. Mine too.
Old Santa must have taken them out for a little test drive.
Remote radio control toys from $9.95 to $119.95. Only at Radio Shack. December 25th. Sports World wishes you season's greetings in holiday style with the best performances that have graced the ice over the years, including the artistry and style of America's sweetheart, Dorothy Hamill, plus the electrifying and innovative Scott Hamilton, and the talented Robin Cousins, whose showmanship always delights. And no celebration would be complete without the legendary Proto-Popovs. Also, you'll see the always popular Carruthers, Kitty and Peter. It's elegance on ice when Sports World looks back at the World Professional Championships presented by NutraSweet. Plus, the wild and the wacky of the 1988 sports year, the Albert Achievement Awards. So join us Christmas Day for all the festivities, right here on Sports World.
Mark Roth, ready to touch shots. Remember, we have a game within a game. C. Ray Pope going to the winner by most strikes. And a strike for Roth. Holman, you're boring, Roth. Now, come on, 9 strikes. Inch leading in the battle for the C. Ray Boat. Used to be able to.
Earl last time leaving the bucket. Let's see what kind of an adjustment he makes on this shot.
Get there.
Congratulate him. That's Mr. Hospitality, Marshall Holman.
One for the boat, Mars. One for the boat. One shot for Admiral Holden.
Sorry.
Commodore.
Commodore's the strike count.
Ensign.
We are in sudden death. Frame 13 of the bowling shootout. Well, I'll tell you, this is something. We are in the 13th frame. Anthony and Holman have already struck. $65,000 up for grabs in sudden death in the bowling shootout. Here's Lisa Wagner. Lisa comes through.
Now there's a baseball game with all the sounds, all the action, and the challenge of the real game. Introducing play-by-play talking baseball. The best game next to the real game.
Mark. Hey, Mark. I see you got one of those rhinos. Next thing you know, he's going to tell us it's got horns.
Unleash your game. Roll a rhino. The Rhino. From Brunswick, a urethane ball designed for professional and high-performance bowlers.
Once you hear it, like this, you gotta get near it. There's a whole lot of magic going on. You want a snack? Gotta get that back. Having a whole lot of men going on.
Incredibly delicious and so full of energy, Planters nuts are one irresistible snack.
Once you hear it, you gotta get near it. There's a whole lot of men going on. Planters.
In order to make gathering around your fireplace more enjoyable this holiday season, remember to gather around ours first. Look for the Michelob holiday display at a store near you.
In the 14th frame now, Earl Anthony. This could go on for a long, long time.
Took it again.
The way
You want to vote anyway.
It could end in a single frame, too, Jay. You never know.
Holden stopped Lisa Wagner when she had the shot at the 65,000.
I don't think there's any question that Marshall Holman would have been a great middleweight boxer. Here you see he gets the break of the afternoon. Head pin ricocheting all the way around. The last moment, there's the tickle of the 10. And, of course, Marshall reacting to that. Marshall, you're going to have to relax a little bit here.
Well, she almost was able to get the job done. Chipped a little bit. Of course, she's got that problem with the one ankle, you know, and she's been a very valiant lady the way she's come back from that auto accident.
Sometimes it doesn't want to work right.
All right. Marshall with a strike up. Mr. Roth takes a good look at the score.
There is the strike count.
For a vote total, please.
You are the leader in the vote total at the moment.
It's kind of insignificant compared to this strike.
Here's what they have won so far in this $100,000 bowling shootout. Roth with 20,000, Holman with 15. We are in sudden death. $65,000 up for grabs. In the sudden death, one ball. You must strike to win in sudden death.
I got a little cushion there.
Well, Lisa had 65 at one time in her pocket, Jay, and Marshall Holman spoiled the party.
That's right, that's why it's didn't work.
She's in control of her own destiny now.
Wow, what a break.
Well, it's cave-in time at the OK Corral here. Ball definitely light all the way, and at the last moment, the 2 leaves and the 8 exits, and $65,000 up for grabs.
Mark Roth.
That's close.
That's good. And
on we go.
Well, high fives passed around, Jay, and no wonder Roth this time saves the rest of the ship.
You threw it a little better than you did last night. Come on, Oil.
Anthony with a strike. We're still going after the $65,000 in sudden death. Back with more right after this.
Once you've given your true love something for the 12 days of Christmas, don't forget the 12 nights. Shouldn't your night belong to the
Mark! Hey, Mark! I see you got one of those rhinos. Next thing you know, he's going to tell us it's got horns.
Unleash your game. Roll a rhino. The Rhino. From Brunswick. A urethane ball designed for professional and high performance bowlers.
Users of nasal sprays invariably encounter the same problem. Sprays that roll back in their throat or drip out of their nose. To avoid this, they'll do just about anything. But this one has Sinex Ultrafine Mist. Its medicine doesn't roll back or drip out. It goes up and stays up, and that makes it better. So try Sinex Ultrafine Mist. It goes up and stays up. From Vicks, of course.
My man makes a living picking on his feet, so he can't get in a bind when he's covering his feet. He wears Hanes. It's not just underwear. Relive the greatest moments of the World Professional Figure Skating Championships.
With Scott Hamilton,
Kitty and Peter Carruthers,
Robin Cousins,
the Protopopoffs,
and Dorothy Hamill.
A Christmas Day special for the entire family.
With season's greetings from NBC Sports.
Welcome back to Muskegon, Michigan, the Brunswick Lanes. Excitement central here as we get set to go to the 16th frame for $65,000.
It's amazing. They were getting two balls and they couldn't throw strikes earlier, but now that $65,000's on the line, they get one shot apiece. They're throwing strikes like crazy.
We've had two money winners up to now, Roth and Holman. We also have the competition for the boat going. There's $20,000 for Roth, $15,000 for Holman. Anthony and Wagner shut out, but they've got as good a shot as any at $65,000. Wagner ready to go in frame 16, sudden death of the shootout. Well, she almost did it again.
Come on, Mark.
Tripped the 2 and the 8 the last trip, but it's time the 2 pin stands. Great friends, huh, Mark?
We are.
That's right.
You said give me 9.
I know. 9's enough, right?
Last time I gave us 7.
5 times the PBA average leader. And he takes the giant step toward the 65,000, puts the pressure on Anthony and Holman.
5 times, Jay. He's won the high average award. He's going to win it again in '88, and you do so by throwing strikes. Now it's up to Earl Anthony.
Come on, Earl.
That's just good, too.
Come on, honey. Come on, honey.
Well, we've seen a lot of 7s and 10s for Earl.
I don't think it's ball speed more than anything else. He has hit the pocket time and time again.
Well, it comes down to this.
Any last requests?
Holman must have the strike,
Yeah, think about the vote, will you?
or the 65,000 goes to Roth.
All right, Marsh, good shot. Come on. Time, partner.
Well, start all over again.
Come on, Marsh, carry it.
We're going to frame 17.
Already this afternoon as Holman come up big in the clutch.
In addition to the 65,000 that we're playing for in sudden death, here's the strike count. Holman leading by 1 over Roth for the Sea Ray boat. Roth looking down there a little bit in disbelief.
They tripped out the 4, but the 10 wouldn't go. I think if the truth be known, Mark would probably tell you that wasn't the best shot he's thrown this afternoon. Good enough to strike, though, I think.
Lisa would roll last. Earlier she said it was 3 against 1.
Come on, baby. Why me? Always. That before.
Well, now,
Unbelievable.
it will be Marshall and then Lisa.
Lisa Wagner coming off the injury and sliding ankle, still pretty swollen, taped up. Well, you got to feel bad for Earl. Just absolutely a perfect shot. Leads to solid 9.
Holman, the strike leader with 12. A chance for the $65,000. We're in sudden death. 17th frame.
Holman with the strike. So now it comes down to Lisa Wagner
To either carry it into the 18th frame or make Holman an $80,000 winner total. 65,000 right here in sudden death.
Marshall Holman wins $65,000 in the sudden death, a total of $80,000 in the bowling shootout. He also takes down the Sea Ray boat. Happiness reigns for the Medford Meteor. Back with more in a moment.
Time runs out at 10 p.m. tonight. It's the final hours of the Night Day Spectacular Sale at Value City, featuring a $380,000 buyout from Hasbro. G.I. Joe Cobra, Sea Ray, or Battle Force 2000 vehicles, not $10. Your choice, $5.99. Cobra Mama helicopter with G.I. Joe figure, not $23, only $9.99. Everyone's favorite alien life force, Legos Outlaw, not $25, only $13.99. Thousands of store-wide savings. Remember, time runs out at 10 p.m. tonight. The Night Day Spectacular Sale at all Value City department stores.
Sometimes looks can be deceiving. If this Serenity Guard looks too small to give you the bladder control protection you need, look again. Compact Serenity regular guards have a unique super absorbent system that protects where you need it most, locks liquid into a gel that can't leak. So if you're looking for better bladder control protection, look for Serenity. It's the protection you need. Compact Serenity Guards from Johnson & Johnson.
You've just been caught knocking off the Kellogg's Crackling Oat Bran. What's the most intelligent way to respond?
Did you eat all the Crackling Oat Bran?
Define the word eat.
Did you eat all the Crackling Oat Bran?
Yeah.
Did you eat all the Crackling Oat Bran?
Yo, Mom, your shoelace. With the crunchy sweet taste of Kellogg's Crackling Oat Bran, an oat box is an empty box.
Folks, for dentures that feel fresh as a morning breeze, try my Mint Fresh Polident. It's got a minty mouthwash ingredient, so it freshens up dentures as it cleans tough stains. Try Super Strength Polident Green, the mouth freshening clean. Ah.
Caffrey toothpaste decaffeinates your smile. Coffee and tea can stain your smile, like they stain your cup. Caffrey gets out coffee and tea stains better than the leading toothpaste. Caffrey toothpaste or Minty Gel. Caffrey decaffeinates your smile.
I'm Connie Chung. Tonight on NBC Nightly News, at least 3,000 dead, millions homeless from a cyclone in Bangladesh. We'll have the latest chapter in the bizarre Soviet hijacking incident, the earthquake that woke up Southern Californians, and the aftershocks that kept them awake, and a story about a living hell in Brazil tonight.
Well, this bowling shootout is history, and it made some history. Holman wins 80,000. Roth 20,000, Anthony and Wagner are shut out. And also, of course, in the strike competition, Marshall Holman with 13 wins the Sea Ray boat. And I am with Brett Blorjanek, the president of the Brunswick division. Thanks to Brunswick, this has been a great deal of fun. Pass out 20,000 over here to Mark Roth.
Mark, congratulations from the Brunswick Corporation. Exciting format. Thank you, Fred.
And here's the big winner, $80,000.
Thank you, Fred. I'd like to thank Brunswick, the people of Muskegon. I lost my voice. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. It was great. Thank you. What an opportunity. What a great tournament.
17 frames. You really enjoyed it, didn't you? And Denny Schreiner, it's been great fun working. It's appreciated Earl and Lisa being here.
Tremendous performance. All the players, really, you get shut out, but you threw some great shots.
Well, it's one of those days, Danny. Maybe next time.
Lisa? Couple times you had 65,000 in your pocket.
Earl said that's the way it goes, but I'm just very happy to have the opportunity to be here. I feel honored to be bowling with these great bowlers, three of the legends.
Danny, they're champions all. It's been great being with you. Thanks for watching the $100,000 bowling shootout here in Muskegon, as the big winner is Marshall Holman. For Denny Schreiner, this is Jay Randolph. We hope you enjoyed the action on NBC Sports World. Welcome back to the International Exposition Center in Cleveland.